All right, day 4 of our 40-day challenge. Today we're reading Psalms 13, 14, 15, and 16. And I'm going to be sharing with you today about Psalm 13. I love this psalm, and as I got to it today, I knew this is exactly what we were going to need to hear today. This psalm has just 3 parts. So the first part is a question. The psalmist says, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever?" I think this is a question that's on many of our hearts. How long, O Lord? Just wondering, how long are we going to be in the midst of this thing? How long are we going to go through troubles or trials? How long, Lord, do I have to carry on? Carrying a burden that just seems heavy. And I want to encourage us, so that doesn't seem like a very encouraging verse, but it is encouraging. The psalmist knows that we can turn to the Lord. When we have times of difficulty, when we have times of hardness, when we have times of stress, when we have times of anxiety, he knows that we can turn to the Lord and we can ask him, "Lord, how long?" I like to remind us that the Lord can handle our questions. He knows exactly what you're feeling, and he's willing and able to hear your heart's cry, right? And so our heart cry right now is, "Lord, how long is this thing going to go on? How long are we going to have to endure? Are we going to make it?" And I encourage you to share those requests with the Lord. He can handle it. He loves you, and he knows your question already. And then the second part of this psalm, so the first part was there's a question, "How long, O Lord?" The second part, the psalmist actually has a request. Look at verse 3. "Look on me and answer, O Lord my God." Look on me and answer. He's telling the Lord, "Look at me, Lord. Look at what I'm going through, and then answer my question that I have for you. Answer the question that I have placed before you. Answer the wonder, the concerns that I have." So the psalmist first has a question, and then he actually has a request of the Lord. And answer it. All right, I have a question. Would you answer it? Would you tell me what is going on? And it doesn't tell us that we get an answer, but we do know we can ask the Lord. We can turn to him. We can request of him, and that he can handle it. But then the third part ties in really well with these two. The psalmist has a resolution. He has resolve. Right? So look at verse 5 and 6, which is the capstone of this psalm. It says, But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. I have trusted, right? I trust in your salvation, Lord. And so the psalmist says, "God, I know you're good." He says, "God, I know that you have saved us, that you will continue saving us. I trust right now in your salvation." And at this point, I think I just want to point out that we can trust Jesus with this stuff, right? We've talked more generally, but Jesus gives us the answers. He is our salvation. He is the one we turn to and we run to and we ask for help in these times. He gives us salvation. He has done everything on the cross for us. We can trust in that. But I really like this last verse here. He says, "I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me." Listen, the psalmist knows that the Lord has already been good to him. The psalmist knows that everything in his life up to this point in time, the Lord has provided him and has graciously given him, and that he is where he's at because of the Lord. And so he knows the next steps that the Lord's going to take are on his behalf. He knows that the Lord is with him. He knows that he can trust in him. And so even though he has these questions at the beginning, "How long, O Lord?" the psalmist also knows he has the answers. "I trust in you, O Lord." And I just want to encourage us today as we go through this week. We've had a lot of these devotions have been about praising the Lord and hoping in the Lord. And I want us to remind us that it's okay to go to the Lord with our questions. He's able to handle them. But we also go to the Lord in good faith, right? Knowing that He is able to answer them and knowing that He is able to save us. So thank you for joining us today, day 4 of our 40-day challenge. Look forward to seeing you again soon.